Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling a really critical update, this one coming from Ecoticious Times. It's about a key Atlantic Ocean current.
That's right. And the potential global consequences are, well, pretty significant.
Exactly. So our mission today is straightforward. We want to understand this vital ocean system. The science suggests it's nearing a kind of tipping point.
A critical juncture, yeah.
And we need to grasp what that might mean for climate, for sea levels, even marine life. It links into the bigger Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, the AMOC.
Which is, of course, fundamental for global climate pattern.
Right, and the report uses some strong language. Destructive modifications in ocean conditions and atmospheric patterns and water elevation across ocean basins. That sounds serious.
It is serious. I mean, think of the AMOC as this huge planetary thermostat, or maybe like a conveyor belt, right?
Okay, a conveyor belt.
Yeah, it moved warm water from the tropics way up north to the North Atlantic. There it cools down, gets saltier, denser.
And then sinks.
Exactly. Sinks and flows back south, deep underwater. It's this massive loop, distributing heat, keeping climates relatively stable.
But now there's this other current interacting with it, one that might push it over the edge.
Well, that's the concern highlighted in the Ecoticious Times piece. This interaction could disrupt that delicate balance. Climatologists are definitely watching this very closely.
Okay, so let's unpack the consequences if this threshold is breached.
Right.
The report mentions big shifts globally: weather, sea levels, ocean health.
Yeah, the potential planetary effects are wide-ranging. Because Earth systems are so interconnected, right? A hit to the AMOC doesn't just stay in the Atlantic.
So what are we talking about, like weather-wise?
Well, the AMOC influences storm tracks, rainfall patterns. If it weakens or changes drastically, you could see maybe more severe storms in some places.
Like stronger hurricanes.
Potentially. Or maybe shifts in rainfall leading to, intense droughts elsewhere. Temperature zones could change too. Think about agriculture, water resources. The impact on settlements could be huge.
And sea levels. The article links this AMOC issue to faster ice melt. How does that work?
It's about heat distribution. If the AMOC changes how heat moves in the ocean, it could lead to warmer waters around, say, Greenland or parts of the Arctic.
Making the ice melt faster.
Exactly. That meltwater obviously flows into the ocean, raising global sea levels. That means increased flood risk for coastal communities everywhere. The economic, the social effects, they could be profound.
Wow. Okay, and beyond on land, what about life in the ocean? Marine ecosystems are also flagged.
Oh, absolutely. Ocean currents are like highways for nutrients. Phytoplankton, the base of almost every marine food web, depend on them.
So if the currents change?
The nutrient delivery changes. Habitats can degrade. Species might struggle to find food or suitable conditions. You could see shifts in where fish populations are found, maybe declines.
Which affects fisheries, right? The report specifically mentions that.
Yes, definitely. Adverse effects on fish stocks, water temperature, salinity, these are critical for many species. If the AMOC disruption changes those factors significantly,
then fish might move or struggle to reproduce or just not survive in their usual areas.
Precisely. And that directly hits fishing industries. Financial losses, challenges for communities relying on those catches. It touches upon food security, too.
It really sounds like a complex web of impacts. So the Ecoticious Times piece stresses urgency. What's the call to action here?
The scientists are pretty clear. We need timely action on two main fronts. Mitigating climate change overall.
Meaning cutting greenhouse gas emissions.
Yes, that's the primary driver. And secondly, direct ocean preservation efforts. Protecting marine environments from other stresses helps build resilience.
And more research, too.
Definitely. We need better monitoring of the AMOC system itself, more research to really understand its dynamics, its tipping points. That helps develop, potential countermeasures or adaptation strategies.
So it's a global call for collective action, really, reducing emissions, protecting the oceans, based on what this research is showing.
It has to be collective. These are planetary systems we're talking about.
This whole discussion really highlights how interconnected everything is, doesn't it? The health of one Atlantic current system potentially impacting weather, coasts, and food sources globally.
It's a powerful reminder, for sure. And ongoing research like this is crucial, as are the policies we enact based on it. They strengthen monitoring and hopefully start reversing some trends.
It makes you think, reflecting on all this interconnectedness, what seemingly small local actions could actually, collectively, make a difference in mitigating these huge ocean phenomena. Something to ponder. If you found this deep dive valuable, especially if you're tracking these issues for UPSC or just staying informed, please do like, subscribe, and maybe share your questions or thoughts in the comments.
We'd love to hear from you.
And for the full details, remember to check out the original report in Ecoticia's Times. Thanks for joining us.